Gonna make the profiles boom, 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 boom. What it is, I'm gonna tell you exactly what it is today. What it is real life, real talk by a real one who's really been there and done that. What it isn't is added preservatives and bullshit. No fake, frivolous talk, just to talk frivolously. We're not getting down. That's the word of the day, frivolously. I made it up. We're just not gonna get down like that. Now, trip out, as you can tell by that thumbnail right there, how do you lace up your little homies? Why come? How come? Shall you? Shan't you? Will you give them the game? That's up to you, man. You should, so that they're good in the hood, man. So that way they don't do something later on in life and you're going to be like, damn, I seen the homie too. I should have gave him the game, right? Yeah, you should have. That's up to you being part of a neighborhood or a barrio to give the game. It's called the trickle-down effect. You're supposed to give them the game, lace them up. Only you don't give them the same old bullshit that you got. Unless if it ain't broke, you don't fix it. Don't put no stick in the spokes, okay? If you want the shit to go smooth, right? But at the same time, man, if you picked up a little bit more game along the way, or maybe something that was false or told to you and the narrative wasn't good, you've deciphered it and kind of mastered that, well, then you give that to the little homies. But sit down here. Sit down here. I'm about to give you guys some knowledge you can't get in college on why you should give the game up to your homeboys and how do you properly lace up a little homie, right? I think I'm 44 years old now, so I'm able to say and think and feel on how it is to lace people up. Now, I was laced up by OGs, straight OGs, my theos, straight whips down to their chin bones. We're talking about individuals that have been there and done that before I was even born. We're talking about pegadas, homie, with the capital P, right? We're talking about motherfuckers that have put more black in their arms, homes, than let's get spell it. Spell it. Say it with your chest, right? Vatos that were just, they've been around the block from the Bay Area to Southern California. Motherfuckers that been there and done that. They've seen a little bit of everything and nothing to make them think twice. You tried over hard, but you know, my Theo Joe wasn't nothing nice, right? Just vatos that have been there around the block, that finally realized that when I was going to be part of the game, that I was going to be a gang member, I was going to join, I was going to be that one. They wanted to lace me up. Okay, they took the initiative and they wanted to give me game. Because for one thing, I was their familia and they didn't want to see me caught up in a bad situation. But also, they didn't want to be fucking embarrassed, that's it. They wanted shit done in a menudo fashion, you know what I mean? Like, hey, trip out, you're going to sit your little ass down here. Hey, Charlie Holmes, there's a fucking hyena around the corner. She'll fucking wait, right? Does she have an older sister though? You know what I mean? Can she, you know what I mean? Because I'll handle that while you wait. And then, okay, you know, you understand the way my bank account works. You're different. You're not laced up yet. That's why, right? Nah. Anyways, so I sat my ass down there and my ears were wide open. My eyes were wide open. My mouth was shut the fuck up, right? And I listened to the game that they gave me. And a number one rule in the game, and this is how you're supposed to tell your little homie. You know, I understand nowadays they're a little bit more fucking flamboyant, a little bit more out there. You can't tell no one shit. Well, I was the same way. You can't tell me nothing, Holmes. You know what I mean? But there are those older homeboys that you look to for advice. You look to for acknowledgement and encouragement. These are the ones that you stay steady trying to prove something to. You might not feel that way, but deep down inside you, that's what it is, man. As long as they crack a smile, as long as they're like, all right now. All right. You're like, see, I told you. The homie fucks with me, man, right? You're all proud and shit. Now, one of the number one rules that my Theo gave me was respect everyone, but respect yourself first. I said, well, what you mean? Of course I respect myself. I could put some respect on my name. Listen like the Birdman. He said, nah, listen. You cannot respect other people. And that's the number one rule in the game, right? Is respect. Respect and disrespect. And we're going to get to that, right? He goes, but you need to learn how to respect yourself first. You can't be the poop bud in the corner with the baggy, dirty pants dragging. You can't be the homeboy fucking with the stains all over his t-shirts. You can't be the motherfucker that's all wobbly, saying it with his chest. Fat, right? You can't be the homeboy that can't even take care of himself and protect his image. And because everything you do reflects on the neighborhood or the body that you're representing or the organization ultimately that you're representing. The bandera you're flying under, right? So every little piece of the puzzle counts, Holmes. Every screw counts in the máquina. Do you understand? You're only as strong as your weakest link, Holmes. And if you're out there looking like a poop butt, guess what? You're going to get treated like a poop butt and everyone around you is going to be considered poop butts and the poop butt nation is born, right? So my deal is like, you have to respect yourself enough to get up in the mornings. Take care of your cara. Take care of your fucking clothes. Don't crease them bad boys up. Ugum, bugum, ugum, bugum, ugum. Now, baby, you okay? He said there's certain things you have to do in order for people to respect you. If they see a dirty dirtbag on the corner, Holmes, Charlie Holmes, no respect. No respect is given. If the vato doesn't even have enough knowledge that he didn't get in college, right, to get his ass up, Holmes, and brush his teeth and take care of himself and maybe shave and shit, well then, man, fuck him, Holmes. We ain't got nothing for him, man. I said we got nothing for him, man. And that's just what it is, right? But if a motherfucker's presentable, intelligent with the questioning, the way he takes care of himself, the mannerism he displays, the respect, he respects himself first and foremost, well, people will recognize that, they'll see that, and it's on and cracking, right? Then the respect you give other people is coming from a place of knowing. It's coming from a place that was taught well, right? And it shows that your older homeboys, man, instilled and indoctrinated that good shit into you, man. They let you know exactly what time it was. So that's how I was. That's why I was always presentable. I was always fitted and always committed to looking as clean as possible. I was moving in excellence, right? I was always doing what I did. And that was because I was taught that way. I was taught, don't go out looking like Scuffaluffagus. Don't go out there with some fucking scuffed up shoes. You know what I mean? And some baggy pants dragging on the ground, man, and expect to pull some chicks or expect for the homeboys to want to fuck with me. Didn't no one want me in their car if my fucking chocolates were all dirty and had gum on the bottom of them, right? Charlie Holmes, I always had to stay clean. Now I understand in order to do that, it takes money, man. But also another thing that I was taught was always have a hustle. See, when you have a younger homeboy in the game, man, you want them to have some paper in their pocket. You can't always do it for them. You know, a grown man doesn't do that for another grown man. He can help him get a job, Holmes, but he can't help him work, right? He can help a motherfucker with a little plug, but he can't make a motherfucker move that, right? That's just what it is. Every man starts out on that same linear. Every man, boy, man, child, woman, whatever, must do what they do for themselves and those around you. Okay, you can't expect the next man to do it for you. You got a bigger homeboy, yeah, he can plug you in, he can lace you up, he can lead you to water, bitch, but he can't make you drink, right? That's just how it is. If you don't have enough understanding to know that, well, you're in the wrong fucking profession here, Holmes. You need to go to McDonald's and make me my motherfucking double cheeseburger con mac sauce, minus onions. You feel me? Yeah, I'll take extra pickles. You know what I mean? And a fillet of fish, you know what I mean? For the fucking hyena over here. You know what I mean? She smells like it anyways. She might as well fucking eat it. Anyway, so this is what I'm talking about. So I was laced up differently. I was laced up about respect, how to respect others, how to respect yourself, okay? Another thing that you're supposed to tell your homeboys is go out there and get it. Like I said, have a hustle. It doesn't necessarily have to be illegal. It doesn't necessarily have to be fucking something that's just going to benefit the barrio in the hood. It's got to be something that benefits you first and foremost and your family. And then the barrio. Always kick back to the hood, Holmes. Never forget where you come from. Never forget, you know, them blocks that you rode that BMX fucking or that dyno or that GT performer. I had a GT, right? Never forget the streets that paved the way for you to be that youngin', that young buck comes to go out there and get it, right? Don't be the riffraff breaking into your own neighborhood's houses, Holmes. Spray painting your fucking barrio all over your neighbor's fence. So that is the barrio, Holmes. Stop defacing the same land that you strive and fight for. If someone else comes and spray paints and tags on your barrio, well then guess what? You're tripping, Holmes. Quick to slip in the clipping and get to spitting what it is, right? Because they disrespected your neighborhood. So why would you do the same shit to your neighborhood, Holmes? Yeah, right? It just makes no sense. Now, these are certain ways that I was taught. Doesn't mean everything I say is right nor wrong. I'm just trying to give you knowledge you can get in college, so that, or you can't get in college, so definitely you can tell the little homies. Now, a lot of people now from my era never took the initiative or the time to lace up the little homies. So I'm scared, and that is the reason why now there's no respect. Okay, back in my days, we respected older homeboys. You know what I mean? We see an OG veterano from Barrio Merced Rifa cruising. You know what I mean? We didn't disrespect it. We didn't say, hey, fuck you, fool. I got the choppy chop, 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 hang, hang, hang. Right? We didn't say none of that. We said, that's right, carnal. You know what I mean? Respects, bro. Automatic. Because, yeah, you might have been as a young buck, Holmes, a young lion in this. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, norteños don't sleep tonight. Right? You could have been that one to tear that motherfucking OG's head off. It wasn't nothing to it but to do it, right? There's always going to be bigger and badder that come. That's just the way it is. That's the way eras work, right? But at the same time, you had enough within yourself to respect that OG for paving the way and be a founding forefather for everything that you represent. See, people forget that. They tend to forget that. You know, how can you disrespect someone who laid it down for so many years, man, and put it down, and now maybe have moved on in their life? You don't disrespect them. You just say, you know what, I don't fuck with them. You know, I don't agree with what they got going on nowadays, but I'm never going to disrespect the impact they had on the barrio, because without individuals like that putting it down for so many years, there would never be no barrio to still fight for if you're a true believer in your neighborhood, your city, your organization, and things of that nature. You understand where I'm coming from? But some people forget, especially this younger generation, and reason being is me, myself, other homeboys around me, my era, my generation, we're too busy being selfish and worried about ourselves. See, we forgot the golden rule. We forgot the golden rule, which is reach one, teach one, right? Which is you're only as strong as your weakest link. So if you're not lacing the game up, if you're not lacing the younger homeboys up, if you're not building up this new generation to fulfill what your guys' set agendas and goals are within that neighborhood, and it doesn't necessarily have to be gang shit. It could be just on some homeboy shit, right? What's going to happen is there's no one there to tell them. And all they're going to see is a bunch of fucking greedy, self-righteous fucking homeboys that only care about fucking selling skante and getting high in the fucking garage, going to fucking piruja, and homeboys that are only worried about mamons. I was in that category, right? And a whole bunch of different other homeboys, man, that's only worried about themselves and how their cars look and how they're clean and fitted, and not worried about looking out for the little homeboys, man, and trying to bring them up to par. And what's going to happen? There's two things that are going to happen. One, they're not going to be laced up, so they're going to go buck wild, homes, and they're going to make the neighborhood look bad because they don't know better. And two, right, they're going to breed some type of hate and animosity towards you because you were never there for them. You ain't my big homie. You didn't lace me up. So how do you expect them when you go back to your body to respect you? They don't. They'll disrespect you before they respect you. And then now they have to find out what real gangster shit is. Because now you start getting back into your fucking form and you're like, yo, hold on now. Hold on now. You know what I mean? Someone's going to go night-night. Everybody's going to go night-night because you're feeling some type of way. And then you pull out that fucking pedazo that you have hooped. You know, refer to Wes Watson. He'll teach you how to do that, right? And then it's ugly. It's an ugly shit. There's shit everywhere, right? Cagada, mierda, chorro everywhere. All because you felt disrespected because the young homie didn't respect you. But what do you expect, Holmes? You never taught him how. Okay? You can't just assume, well, he's a man, Holmes. He needs to learn how he learned. Well, you learn some type of way too. Okay? Everybody learns from somebody. You might not get all the game from one person, but you definitely get the game from someone and you soak it, right? So it's up to you in that barrio, if you're truly dedicated and a believer to your neighborhood and what's going on there, to be that one. Okay, now I'm not sitting here and pushing and poisoning and fucking pushing gang-related issues. I'm not saying go out there and make fucking killing machines and tell them fucking to hit everyone and this and that. Charlie Holmes, however you lace them up, well, that's totally up to you. Every barrio is different. Every hood's different. There's some people, man, they're about getting their hood money. You know what I mean? About building up, man. Prospering, building fucking shit in their community, giving back. There's some barrios, homes, they're about just saying, hey, we don't want no one else around here, homes. Secure this motherfucker, homes. Compound, lockdown. You know what it is, bro. Maintain, homie. If no one, hey, someone comes in, no one gets out, right? There's just different things. And then there's some neighborhoods, it's just like, hey, bro, we just been here, we're established, homes. You should already know, homes. We got generations upon generations upon generations. You don't even got to get gamed up from the big homeboy. Your abuelita will let you know because that's just the way it was for her, and that's the way it was for her old man. You know what I mean? Whichever old man she was with at that time. That's just the game. Okay, everyone's different. Now, in the Africano community, and I'm talking to you guys too, same thing, man. Same thing. You know, if you're going to be representing PJ Watts, Hoover, you know, Grape Street, Front Street, Skyline Power, say what you check. Power! 2 P's and a B. If you're going to be representing A-Trade Gangsta Crips, the 60s, the O's, the 90s, the Harlems, you know what I mean? The Raymond Avenues, the Avalons, you know what I mean? Shit, I can go on and on forever, cuz, right? If you're going to be representing these hoods, for the most part, you go back to your OG big homies like Big U and Big Pooh Bear and Big Pookie and these guys, are the ones that give the game and the dictation for the hood. Man, I've always noticed that about Africano communities, Africano gangs. They respect their OGs, man, to the fullest. Whereas in Mexicanos, it's a little bit different nowadays. It's becoming more rebellious. Back in our days, yeah, man, like I said, if the homeboy Bullet or the homeboy Chapo or the homeboy Big Vic, man, walked through from the neighborhood, it was like, that's right, bro, what's up, Ganan? You know what I mean? Respects, brother, you know what I mean? And then you put your head down and kept it pushing because these guys were into something a little bit more elite and of a higher status than you were ready for. You were not there yet. You were trying to get there, Holmes. And these would be the ones to lace you up on how to get there. But it wasn't my time yet. It wasn't my time, right? And so I just continued to go out there and maim and hurt people until it was my time, allegedly, right? Now, but the Africano community has always been different. Now, differently, and what's changed nowadays is the total disrespect, right? And I'm not here to fucking put down this younger generation whatsoever at all. No, not me. Not 4-0. I beat the boots down with the 2x4. You know what I mean? I can't do it because then I would be belittling myself, man, and my mentality, right? And everything that was taught to me. I understand the reasons why they are rebellious. I understand, man, it's a different era. It's a different, the social media has affected, gangs and has affected the popularity of what's going on. And, gangs have become mainstream and even platforms such as myself, man, that put the game out there just a little bit, man. People are soaking it. People that are getting knowledge that shouldn't even be in this college, right? And I understand the situation. But at the same time, man, remember, you are a reflection of yourself and your body. And the way you carry yourself and act is always going to be looked at. And that gives artillery for fucking poop butts that don't really know the water and don't really know the history of the game to sit there and laugh at you. Look at these fucking bots, their funny haircuts and shit. Man, fuck these fools, right? These fools ain't posing a threat when really they are. They're posing a serious threat, right? The game doesn't change. It just looks different. Put it like that. A lot of people say, well, the game is watered down now. According to some, maybe it is. I don't think so. I don't think it's watered down. I think it's just a different type and a different color of water now they're putting on it. Where back in our days, we were straight out the manguera with it, right? Straight out the manguera with it. We didn't give a fuck. Comes straight from the ghetto, right? Straight from the barrio. That was our agua. Nowadays, they're putting Alhambra, right? The good shit. You know what I mean? The H2.0, right? This is just what's changed nowadays in the world, right? It's a different flavor, the same Kool-Aid, right? It's just, I like grape. That's it. I like grape too, right? Nowadays, they like Sharkleberry Finn. It's just changed, okay? Doesn't mean some is better than the other shit. I tasted that Sharkleberry Finn shit goes, right? Like I'm saying, the whole moral to this content and to this video is how to lace up your young homeboys. The time is now because a lot of things are changed, especially in the Mexicano community, the Africano community, the gang community, period. It's time to go out there and get at your young homies, acknowledge them. Acknowledge me. On power. You need to go acknowledge them. Show them some love. Hey, make your presence be felt. Hey, that'll change a lot in the neighborhood. A lot of things that you see that you don't agree with will change because they'll say, hey, damn, the homeboys recognized us. They had respects to come sit down, man, and give us some game and give us some of their time. It could go a long way, right? Instead of thinking that you're too good and only worried about your lowrider and the mamon you're getting from your old lady and her prima, right? Instead, go over there. You might be her prima's prima. Believe me, the Mianchos, they be wiggling. They got bitches, right? And that's just the way it is. Anyways, the way and how you should give game to the youngsters is first teach them respect themselves so that they can respect others. Then there's a whole lot of other things you can teach them, but that is up for you to decipher. I cannot tell you exactly because everyone is different. Every body is different. Everybody has a different agenda. So it's up to you to totally understand which route you want to take it. If you want to give them the game on how to get out of gangs and that it's going to lead to frivolousness, it's going to lead to prison, it's going to lead to death, well, then that's up to you. If you want to give them the game on how to really go out there, make shit happen, and to keep fucking their mouth shut, well, then that's game two. Either way, man, it's up to you to decipher what you're going to do and how you give the game to the homies. But someone's got to do it. Even if you're just a Mexicano, it's not your barrio, someone needs to lace people up. I've done it. Everywhere I go, if I see a youngster, I'll say, get over here, man. Let me get at you. Hey, but who the fuck you think you are? Man, get your bitch ass over here, homie. Right? Damn, Spencer Holmes, shit, it's not that serious. It is to me. When I see a brown man lacking, I see a brown man looking like a fucking poop, but it affects me. The hairs on the back of my neck stand up. So I was scared. I don't like getting hairs caught up in my motherfucking 14 karat gold jewelry. So get your bitch ass up over here, Holmes, and listen to what I gotta say. And you can take it for how you want to take it. And if you don't, you don't. I don't give a fuck, Holmes. But it makes me feel better about myself that I gave it to you. With that being said, I hope that you move smooth with a purpose. I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, gente, it's all about the struggling and striving for your familia. Do it, because ain't no one else going to do it for you. If you see a young homie walking the block with a Glock one time, trying to make it talk one time, hey, tell him, shh, don't tell nobody. You know what it is. If you like this, please hit that like and subscribe one time. I fucks with you. Thank you. I appreciate it. If not, thumbs down, heavy as the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive and struggle for what I truly believe in, and that's the betterment and the coming together of all people. North, South, Federals, bulldogs, right? Everybody come together. The water's just fine. Hey, watch out, bitch. There's a piranha in there. So this guy, no. He's biting my toenails. Bang, bang. This is the gun.